has countdown to the presentation of 2018 budget estimation to the National Assembly begin. President Muhammadu Buhari has forwarded the 2018 to 2020 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper to the Senate for consideration and approval. In a letter read at the plenary by the Senate President Bukola Saraki, President Muhammadu Buhari said the expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper were prepared against the backdrop of the generally adverse global economic uncertainty.
Dear distinguished Senate President, submission of 2018-2020 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper. I am pleased to submit the 2018-2020 medium-term expenditure framework (MTEF) and fiscal strategy paper (FSP) to the Senate. Let me use this opportunity to express my gratitude for the enduring partnership between the legislative and executive arms of government. Pursuant to provisions of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, the preparation towards the submission of the 2018 budget to the National Assembly is progressing well. The MTEF and FSP were prepared against the backdrop of a general adverse global economic uncertainty, as well as fiscal challenges and recovery in the domestic economy to ensure that planned spending is set at prudent and sustainable levels and is consistent with government's overall developmental objective and inclusive growth. I hereby forward the 2018-2020 MTEF and FSP to the Senate and trust that it will be kindly considered and approved expeditiously in order to bring the 2018 FGM budget preparation process to timely closure. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
It will be recalled that the Federal Executive Council has earlier approved the expenditure framework in the last August. The medium-term expenditure framework is an annual rolling 3-year planning that set out expenditure priority for government. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
Nigeria's inflation further declined by 15.98% year-on-year in September 2017 from 16.1% in August. According to the Consumer Price Index report released by the National Bureau of Statistics, this is 0.03 percentage points lower than the rate recorded in August, making it the 8th consecutive decline in the rate of headline year-on-year inflation since January 2017. On month-on-month basis, the headline index increased by 0.78% in September, 0.19 percentage points lower from the rate of 0.97% recorded in August. Food price pressure, however, continued into September as increases in prices of potatoes, yams, and other tubers, milk, cheese, and eggs, bread and cereals, coffee, tea and cocoa, fish, meat, and oil fats continued to drive prices in the index.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanet.
Nanet?
Nanet offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanet, service with a smile.
The Nigerian Senate has passed into law the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation Act, Repeal and Reenactment Bill. The Senate passed the bill into law after consideration of clauses by clauses of the report of the Committee on Culture and Tourism, which spelled out the general principles of the bill. Former chairman of the Senate Committee on Culture and Tourism, Senator Matthew Rogede, while leading debate on the general principle of the bill, said that the purpose of the bill is to reposition the tourism sector of the economy for the benefit of Nigerians. Senator Rogede also explained that the development will enhance the best practice of tourism principle.
The Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at its sitting on July 11, 2017, read a bill for an act to repeal the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation Act, Cap 137, LFN 204, and enact the Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, NTDA, and for other connected matters, the 2017 SB 429 for the second time, and referred same to the Senate Committee on Culture and Tourism for further legislative actions. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I had the honor to sponsor this bill when I was chairman of the Committee on Culture and Tourism, under whose purview the corporation falls. The bill was read the first time in this Hollow Chamber on Tuesday, 9th March 2017. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the major highlights of the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, NTDC, which was established through an Act of Parliament in 1992, is to promote tourism in Nigeria and encourage the provision and improvement of tourism amenities and facilities in Nigeria, including development of hotels and ancillary facilities. The Eastern Law, while laudable and a major improvement upon its enactment in 1992, still has not revolutionized the tourism sector to its full potential. The Act, since its enactment in 1992, has not gone through any form of review or amendment, despite having passed through several years of socio-political and economic changes. It is characterized with so many inadequacies and shortcomings that are not in tandem with the present realities in the tourism sector and international best practices. That the Senate do consider and pass the establishment of the Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, NTDA Act, Cap 137, LFN 2004, Repeal and Enactment, Bill 2017, SB 429, as amended. After careful scrutiny of the long title, clauses, sub-clauses, supplementary provision, and the schedules as contained in the bill, the committee unanimously resolved to make the various amendments contained in the committee's recommendation column.
After the debate, the Senate President Bukola Saraki put the bill for a voice vote.
Repeal the Nigeria Tourism Development Corporation Act, Cap 137, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the Nigerian Tourism Development Authority and for other connected matters thereto 2017, third reading. This bill is read the third time and passed.
From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition has asked the two leading banks in the country to unfreeze the two accounts linked to Patient Jonathan, the wife of Nigerian former president. Members of the committee queried the power of the EFCC to serve court order on the bank when the anti-graft agency was not part of the judiciary. The senator drew the representatives of the banks, who stated that they only acted on the court order mandating them to freeze the said account.
Because of the nature of the work that we do as bankers on a regular basis, I dare say on a daily basis, and colleagues can bear us witness from other banks, we get different requests from the EFCC relating to different accounts. Some of it are regular letters asking for information on those accounts. They can ask for the mandate card, the BVN link to the account, and some they will tell you put a PND on the account. Now, if you look at the EFCC regulation, it allows the EFCC to put a PND on an account for a period of time, pending when they get a court order. So to answer the question, distinguished Senator, it's a constant practice as part of what we do, where the EFCC, and not only the EFCC, other law enforcement agencies write to us requesting for information on an account, and depending on the nature of the issue that they are investigating, we will know that. At times they will say, put a PND on the account, sir.
Freeze these accounts. And these accounts they're 4 in number. There's Finchley Top Homes Limited, AMPM. Okay. So Finchley Top Homes Limited. There's the second one, AMPM Global Network Limited. And there's the third one, Pagmatan, or is it Pagmat? Pagmat is spelled P-A-G-M-A-T. Oil and Gas Limited. And then Magel Resort Limited.
The Ethics and Privilege Committee criticized the EFCC for continued freezing of the account belonging to Mrs. Jonathan.
Of the letter within which they forwarded that judgment to you. We want to have a copy of it. Bring it out.
Chairman of the committee, Sam Anyang, ordered the bank to unfreeze the account.
That's the opinion of this committee, that this particular account should be opened now, and then we're going to write to you. We are going to write to you on that, and then when you come and bring us the mandate card of this account and the statement of account, and we are taking this very serious. This is the position of this committee. Thank you. You may not leave.
It will be recalled that the patient Jonathan had petitioned the Senate through a lawyer protesting the freezing of her account in 7 banks without court order. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.